Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. This is Jill Felix and welcome to the Good Light TV. Annyeong! I know I haven't been on here in the longest time. I think mga 3 months after the last video that I posted. And I'm actually going to explain that on this video. Just a small portion of it. But before I go ahead and dive right in, if you are new on my channel, please go ahead and give this video a like. Also subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell if you haven't yet to get updates on new content. So in this video, I wanted to share our experience as a family transitioning from an independent homeschooling family to a homeschooling family with a provider. Okay, so siguro I'll just give you a little bit of context first. We've been homeschooling Vero for the longest time. I think ever since I was pregnant with him, we decided that we would homeschool. So he hasn't been in a traditional school setting. Ito talaga yung kinalakihan niya, homeschool. And he is a very smart boy, very logical. He can easily spot patterns, and so that's why we've taken kind of like an unschooling approach with Vero, because he doesn't like structure. So every time he spots a pattern in our like weekly activities or in like classes that I've tried to enroll him in, he would just decide to go do his own thing. He doesn't like following structures. So we have been unschooling for, the longest time. And unschooling basically is like where you don't follow a certain curriculum. We just go by what our child needs and wants at the moment. I believe that learning should be fun. And I believe that when learning is fun and the child is interested in the topic or the subject, learning comes very, very easy. It's easily absorbable by such a young mind. Yun, with that premise, we decided to get a provider kasi nga, since we are also first-time homeschoolers, hindi naman namin to nagawa pa dati, we wanted to see how it is to get a provider and to see what benefits we will get out of having a provider. So, okay, number one, I know that if we get a provider that is accredited by the Department of Education, sila mismo yung magpa-process ng LRN. If you have LRN, it's easier for the kid to transition to traditional schooling if in the future they decide that they want to transition to traditional school. However, I think right now that we have a provider, I feel like kung hindi in the future, if you feel like you're not really particular with like enrolling your kid to a traditional school, or if you feel like your kid isn't going to, at least in the near future, I don't think it is necessary, especially if you have an unschooling approach. Kasi the kid can also take a PEP test. So it's a qualifying exam from the Department of Education that will determine his grade level. So pwedeng ganun din. So actually, pwedeng hindi ko pala in-enroll si Vero. And then at the end of the school year, if I wanted to determine kung anong grade level na siya based on his proficiency, I could have him take the PEP test. So, but anyway, we are here and we are enrolled with a provider. One of the things that I was looking for actually is like a syllabus, any form of syllabus that I can get from a provider, because that's something that would be really helpful for me. Kasi hindi ako organized. Hindi ako organized na tao. But when it comes to organization, I have a hard time. Like, for example, if I'm going to organize our room or our shelves, it'll take me like maybe the whole day. So, I try to keep planners, but every time I get a new planner, siguro at most, magsusunod ako dun for like a month, and then after wala na, I would forget about it. So, I decided wag na lang. Hindi ko na lang siya pipilitin. But I do have a different method for organizing what I have to do now, and I could put that on a different video in the future. But for now, I wanted to share, yun nga, itong bagong experience namin. So, ayun, wala kaming syllabus, but someone is gonna process our LRN. Another reason pala that we decided to enroll this year instead of next year, kasi ako, I'm very since I am the main educator in our homeschooling, I know that he isn't ready for academics right now. Like for sit down, activities or like graded, quizzes or activities, stuff like that. Feeling ko pwede ko pa siyang i-delay, but apparently, parang pwedeng, kailangan may 1 year na preschool if you are going to follow the DepEd curriculum. So, my husband and I decided na parang siguro baka better if we want to try out having a provider, better to do it earlier so that we can decide in the future what's best, what's best fit for our child habang maaga pa. So yan. Another thing that I learned is within our provider's case, kasi nga yung provider namin hindi sila nagpo-provide ng syllabus. I asked other parents, other homeschooling parents, some of them have providers na nag-provide ng syllabus. So if you are someone who wants to get a provider so that you can have a syllabus to work on, you research the provider that you are looking at. But the thing is, so we were given book recommendations na gagamitin namin for the year. So there are quite a number of choices, and we decided that we're going to go with a life pack curriculum. So this is a kindergarten set that is published in the US. So ang mangyayari, the way that our curriculum will flow will be based on the book. But the thing with having a provider is that they will also require you to submit grades. So you're supposed to grade your learner. We have to submit quiz grades and quarterly exam grades. And also on top of that, we have to present a portfolio review at the end of every quarter. Now, this was something that I was worried about kasi parang hindi ko nga mapaupo yung anak ko eh. He's a kinesthetic learner. So it's really hard for him to work on worksheets unless he really wants to do it. Pero pag ayaw niya, hindi mo siya mapapaupo. I got him a gym ball just to help him focus on some of the activities that we have to do on the table. But so far, yun pa lang. However, sabi naman ng coach namin, we were also provided a coach to help us through the school year. If we have any questions or concerns, we can go to our coach and she's gonna help us out. So, sabi naman ng coach namin, it doesn't necessarily have to be written. It could be an activity that you do and you're gonna grade it. So, medyo lumuwag yung paghinga ko dun because Vero is very inclined to physical activities. A lot of our language arts are tweaked to be more physically engaging. Our maths are more physically engaging. Even our reading and science is, of course, science is physically engaging because you have to be working with your hands to do the experiments and stuff. But yun, hindi ko sure kung ganon sa ibang provider. Pero tingin ko sa amin, dahil wala kaming syllabus, mas lenient sila about the activities that you can do and about how you're going to administer the activity. So, yun, we haven't gotten the Life Pack book, and when I get the Life Pack book, I'll put content about that on here and how I tweak the activities to suit my kinesthetic learner. But yun, so far, yun yung kaya kong i-share right now. So yeah, if this video is helpful for anyone who wants to transition to homeschooling with a provider, please give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!